So today we had an ABS and a traction control light come on my van. So let's go ahead and check it out. Do you need some new headlights for your vehicle? How about some turn signals? Some that are actually very bright. Click the link in the description below and check out Auxito LEDs. And if you use code AndysAuto, you'll get 15% off your order. Now back to the video. Alright, so as you can see on the dash, we have the ABS light on and the track off message illuminated. That normally only comes on when you press this button here, but it's on to indicate that the traction control system is not operational at the moment. So I got the top down loaded up here. So we're going to go ahead and select American just to cut down some of the clutter. We'll find Chrysler. Okay, we're going to hit OK. And we're going to see what these codes are here. In fact, I'm going to try, I believe this bad boy will, yeah, there we go. So we'll hit 16 pin connector, automatically search, okay. Alright, so we've got the correct vehicle put in here, and we're not going to do a full system scan. We're only worried about the ABS, so we're going to enter the ABS module. And then we want to hit read fault codes. So it says right front sensor circuit failure, right front wheel speed signal failure. So let's see if there's any sort of further information that it will give us here. Let's look at right front wheel speed. We'll hit OK. I thought we were going to have to pull the scope out for this, which we definitely could. But I also probably want to add, we want to add the left as well. Left front. We'll just add them all. Screw it. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at the graph. Alright, so now we'll go on a little drive. So we actually don't even need to go on a drive. I pulled back just a little and we got a little hump up on all of them except for the one. Yep, there we go. We went back forward. We got some sort of response, but we have absolute nothing from the right front. Totally dead sensor, it appears. So let's take a further look and see what's going on there. I said screw it and took it for a drive anyway. You can definitely see that there's something going on with that one. It's totally dead. Totally dead. You get a response from all three of the other ones very nicely though. Finally getting a little bit of response there from that sensor, but not much. Trying to do something. I wanted to see if anything at all would pop up just because I'm trying to see if I think it's plugged in still or not, or if maybe the wire got messed up. I'm not really sure. We'll check it out though. Look at that tiny little bump. Alright, so here is the wheel speed sensor. You can see it right there. And a long time ago when I replaced my struts, this little bracket here, I kind of half-assed it when I put it back on because it was like stripped out or something. So I put a zip tie on there just to try to hold it in place, and that must have broke at some point. So anyway, I look up here and you can definitely see that that sensor wire has been eaten right through, likely by the wheel itself right there. So that is exactly what has happened. So that kind of sucks, but at least the diagnostic was quite easy to figure out. I wonder if it'll work now, just out of curiosity. Obviously it's bad, but I believe it was shorting to ground with that, with it touching the wheel there. So I'm interested to see, now that it's not touching the wheel, if it will produce a signal. Let's check it out. Nah, that thing is definitely done for. I just backed out of my driveway. Let me pull back in. Yeah, we're getting a response from everything else, but we're getting nothing from that one. So yeah, it's definitely dead sensor now, because I didn't fix my bracket issue back in the day. So it says right front sensor circuit failure. That is indeed correct. The circuit has failed, and the right front wheel speed signal has indeed failed as well, because it's likely that both of the wires for that sensor have been broken through. All right, well, that's going to be the end of the video for today. Hope you all learned something there. It was definitely a good diagnostic video, I think, to post up to the channel. We haven't really done anything with ABS, as far as I know, on the channel. So it's definitely good to post something like that up for you guys, just to kind of show you some of the steps you can take. Of course, you are going to need a scan tool that can read ABS codes, and if you have a bi-directional scan tool, or one that can give you that data like I have, that's also a huge plus, because we could easily tell that the other three sensors and circuits were working as they should, and the one with the codes was not. Then of course you'll want to do your visual inspection, just like we did in this video, to determine what's going on with yours. Since it is a front wheel speed sensor, those are a little bit more difficult to show with the scope, at least on a front wheel drive vehicle. The rear wheels on the vehicle, they just freewheel, so I could actually put the wheel on, have the scope hooked up, we could spin the wheel, and we could actually see the waveform going on the screen. So I probably will make a video of that in the near future, but I'd have to actually like put it in drive and then, you know, hit the gas a little bit or let off the brake at least, and I just don't know how I feel about having all my equipment in there like that, with the engine running and the wheels spinning. I mean, if you're in a shop, you know, and it is a front wheel, then sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but I think for the purposes of that video, we'll probably just jack up the back end, take off the wheel if needed, get our scope equipment hooked up, and then we can spin a wheel and we can kind of show you how that voltage is shown on the oscilloscope. But otherwise, please leave a like and a comment on the video. I always appreciate those, as well as if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate that as well. And I will see you on the next excellent video on the Andy's Auto YouTube channel. See you next time.